Alright, this is Chapter 7, Section 3, Linear Equations. Linear equations create lines that are horizontal, vertical, and diagonal. Our first equation is going to be y is equal to x minus 6. I'm going to make my t-chart actually horizontal here. And if you remember, I've told you that we're going to try to keep it simple and use the same 5 inputs to represent positive and negative integers as well as 0. The 0 will give us our y-intercept, and then these 2 inputs and then these 2 inputs will give us a graph that will cross the axis. Will give us a fair representation of what we're working on. So we're just going to quickly put these through the function. So y is equal to 2 minus 6. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. Y is equal to 1 minus 6. 1 minus 6 is negative 5. Y is equal to 0 minus 6. That's negative 6. You should have noticed a pattern by now in your outputs for y. Negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. I'll put D here. So D. That is negative 1. Y is equal to negative 1 minus 6. And that is negative 7. And then finally, y is equal to negative 2 minus 6, and that is negative 8. So we do need to graph these. When you graph, really take in what you have and what you don't have. As far as the x's go, our x-axis will go from 2 to negative 2. And our y-axis will go from negative 4 all the way down to negative 8. So we really don't need to show any positive y-axis. We'll show a little bit just because it's nice to. This will be our x-axis right here. So this will be negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9. So I'm a little too far, but that's okay. This will be 1, this will be 2, this will be negative 1, this will be negative 2, negative 1, negative 3, negative 5, negative 7, negative 9. And now we just plot. So A is going to be 2, negative 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. B is 1, negative 5. It's right around here. So I'm going to put it right on top of that 5. 0, negative 6 is C. negative 1, negative 7, negative 1, 7 is D, and then negative 2, negative 8, negative 2, negative 8 should be around there. And then we connect them. Like I said, a linear equation is going to create a horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. In this case, we have a diagonal. This is going to be the short version of our notes. I'll leave one of our examples from yesterday out. This one will have the fraction. So our function is going to be y is equal to 1/3 x minus 6. Just a reminder, 1/3 x is the same as x over 3. This is really important to remember. So we'll put our x and y chart over here. And this is, if you remember, where I asked you to always remember that the denominator, this point here, the denominator really will determine what x is. We talked about this yesterday. We should pick numbers that are multiples of the denominator. So 6 is a multiple of 3, 3 is a multiple of 3. Of course, we'll use 0, even though that is not a multiple, but we should like to use 0 because it's easy to multiply with. And then we'll put the negatives of 3 and 6. So here's negative 3 and negative 6. So let's scoot the paper over. Now we'll just start plugging away at this. Don't forget, 1/3 x is the same as x over 3. So here's A. Y is equal to 1/3 times 6 minus 6. What we're asking ourselves is, what is 6 over 3? That's 2. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. B. Same steps, different input. 1/3 times 3 minus 6. What is 3 over 3? That's 1. 1 minus 6 is negative 5. So right now, we have a negative 4 and a negative 5. Scoot this way. C. Here comes the 0. Y equals 1/3 times 0 minus 6. Well, anything times 0 is 0. 0 minus 6 is negative 6. And put that. Again, the pattern, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. You should already be thinking about what finishes that pattern. Y is equal to 1/3 times negative 3 minus 6. Again, what is negative 3 over negative 3? Negative 1. Negative 1 minus 6 is negative 7. And finally, I'm going to try to squeeze E right in here. Y is equal to 1/3 times negative 6 minus 6. Finally, Negative 6 over 3 is negative 2. Negative 2 minus 6 is negative 8. So now we're going to graph this. Again, we have the same y's that we did in the previous, except now we have different x's. So we can draw a very similar coordinate plane. This will be, I'm working from the bottom up here, so this will be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I could probably give myself a little bit more space. So again, the negatives will go with negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll put a 9 here just for reference. And then for our x's, I'm just going to do this. 3 and 6, negative 3, negative 6. And now I'll graph this. So 6, negative 4, so 3, 6, negative 4, that'd be here. Then we have 3, negative 5, 3, negative 5, 0, negative 6, negative 3, negative 7, and then negative 6, negative 8, approximately there. If you remember yesterday's notes, the second example, our line went the other way. We'll talk about positive and negative slopes later on. Alright, so good luck with that. Refer to the video whenever you need to.